Hi friends, this is Dr. Guneet here. Welcome back to my channel. So friends, in this video, I'm going to talk and discuss with you about LIFO2 fractures. Now before I start with my video, if you like all my videos, then please click for the like button and please subscribe for my channel. So as discussed earlier, what is LIFO2 fracture? LIFO2 fracture is a pyramidal shape fracture. So the fracture lines is like this, okay? The fracture is going to run like this. It can be unilateral or bilateral fracture. Whenever you get hit, if you fight with somebody or because of the accident, LIFO2 fracture can occur to the patients. So it is a pyramidal shape fracture or it is a subzygomatic fracture, because again it is going to occur below the zygoma bone ke niche. It is going to the fracture line is present. Okay, so now the top portion of the pyramid is at the nasal bones and the fracture lands laterally. So the top portion is at pyramid is at the nasal bones and it is going to travel laterally to the lacrimal bones. Okay, so from the lacrimal bones it is going to run to the medial wall of the orbit and then infraorbital border. Then from the infraorbital border it is going to run medial to the infraorbital foramen. Okay, so then the fracture is going to run backwards beneath the zygomatico-maxillary buttress through the lateral wall of the maxillary sinus. So zygomatico-maxillary buttress से वो travel करेगा maxillary through the lateral wall of the maxillary sinus, and the fracture it is going to also fracture the pterygoid plates. So pterygoid plates के through भी run होगा और pterygoid plate जो है उसको fracture करेगा at the middle third. Okay, now the zygoma is going to remain intact with the base of the skull. Zygoma जो है वो base of the skull से intact ही रहेगा. However, the maxilla is going to get separated in this fracture. Now again we'll discuss in detail about the fracture lines, each and every point which you need to write in the exam. So that will be discussed about the Leaford fracture lines. Then we'll come to the clinical symptoms of LIFO2 fracture. So we'll discuss in detail क्या क्या होता है, and all the discussions we'll do with the proper help of the diagrams so that it will help you to understand better about LIFO2 fractures. Okay, so let's start. So now we'll discuss in detail about the LIFO2 fractures. So the fracture line runs below the frontonasal suture, middle area of the nasal bones, down on the either side, crossing the frontal process of maxilla and passes anteriorly across the lacrimal bone, and then it crosses the inferior orbital margin in the region of the zygomatico maxillary suture. It may or may not involve infraorbital foramen. The fracture runs downwards, forwards through transversal lateral wall of the antrum, medial to the zygomatico-maxillary line, and it passes beneath the zygomatic buttress and then abruptly passes through the pterygomaxillary fissure at a higher level, fracturing the pterygoid lamina at the midway from its base. And the separation from the bone of the skull is completed via nasal septum. Okay, now let's talk about the clinical features or the symptoms which you see in the LIFO2 fracture lines. Okay, so what do you see? There is a gross edema of the middle third of the face. Then the face, there is a balloon face or the moon face which occurs. There is a presence of circumorbital edema and ecchymosis. So ecchymosis में black eye और bluish discoloration जो है black eye हो जाएगा patient का. Then there is bilateral conjunctival hemorrhage which is seen. Then the bridge of the nose will be depressed, that is, there is a flat nose, nasal disfigurement. Then if there is an impaction of the fragment against the cranial base, the face will be automatically shortened. So an anterior open bite will be present. Short face होगा तो अंदर चला जाएगा face cranial base के अंदर. Then there is going to be short face, so shortening of the face, and there will be anterior open bite which will be present. Similarly, if there is a downward and backward displacement the फ्रैगमेंट, देन अगर डाउन और बैकवर्ड हो जाएगा डाउनवर्ड, सो फेस जो है बड़ा नजर आएगा पेशेंट. सो देर विल बी इलोंगेशन ऑफ द फेस. देन अगेन देर विल बी anterior open bite which will be present. So such a face is known as dish shaped face. Then epistaxis, nosebleed hoga, difficulty in mastication hoga, loss of occlusion hoga, airway obstruction हो सकता है due to the posterior and downward displacement of the fragment, surgical emphysema हो सकता है patients में, CSF leak हो सकता है, step deformity at the infraorbital margins, and anesthesia and paresthesia of the cheek is noted. So that's all about the clinical features which you see in the Leaford fractures. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the treatment of Leaford 2 fractures. Okay, so the treatment line for all the Leaford fractures remains the same. That is, first is either close reduction or the open reduction. So, in the close reduction for the Leaford 2 fractures, where only the patient can be treated with the help of the close reduction, or where the surgery is not possible or the patient is not able to due to some medical emergency, general anesthesia cannot be given to the patients. There you have to do close reduction for the patient. So in such cases, again, you have to just, with the help of the forceps, you have to disimpact the fracture site. With the help of the forceps, you have to just reduce the fracture surface. Okay, then you can give arch bars to the patients, and maxillomandibular fixation can be done. You first have to place the arch bars on both the maxilla and mandible, and with the help of the ligating wires, you just have to ligate it. Okay, now coming about the open reduction. So first of all, open reduction, if you have to do to the patients, minimums within 7 to 10 days you have to do the surgery. Otherwise the bone has a tendency that it will it will join on its own. So osteosynthesis can occur in such patients. So and then the patient will have a lot of problems. So you have to basically you have to do the surgery within 7 to 10 days after the fracture has occurred to the patient. So what you do is nasal intubation. If it is not possible, then you can give either other methods as submental and submandibular intubation. The surgery should be carried out, or under submental or submandibular intubation. Then tracheostomy can also be done, because in case of nasal obstruction and the Leaford 2 fractures, so in such cases tracheostomy can be done to the patients. Then in the case of the again open reduction, the procedure remains the same. First you have to give the general anesthesia to the patients, then you have to give the LA submucosally, then again reduction of the fracture side. So once you, with the help of the forces, you reduce the fracture side and you try to bring the fractured fragments together, then you have to do just internal fixation. So after intermaxillomandibular fixation, once you open with the surgical approach, you have to just fix the plates. Okay, the plates which we used are for the Leaford fractures are either the straight plates or L-shaped plates. These are the mini plates which can be made of stainless steel or titanium plates. Okay, so next is at where you have to place the plates. As shown in the diagram also, the Leaford fractures, it is a pyramidal fracture, so the fracture line extends, so for extends in such a way that you have to give first plate to the zygomaticomaxillary buttress. So first plate has to be placed to the zygomaticomaxillary buttress. So you have to either do the L-shaped plating or the slate plating. So how do you go through the zygomaticomaxillary buttress? Is that you have to take the incision from the buccal vestibule. Okay, so from the apices of the teeth buccally, once you approach the buccal vestibule, from there you have to take the incision and you have to just approach the fractured side. So what you do is, once you see the fractured side, again how do you have to place a plate? So the plate should be placed in such a way that it should be 4 holes plate. So it is like that, the 2 holes on the upper side of the fracture and the 2 holes below the fracture side. So first you have to just drill on the bone, and then with the once you drill on the bone, then with the help of the plate, just you have to try the screws on the uh, on the drill parts, and you have to fix the plate with the help of the screws. Okay, now the next where you place a plate is at the place of the infraorbital rim. So where you have to just place take the incision is at below the orbital region. So you have to take or supraciliary region. So below your orbit only you have to take the incision. Then again, as shown in the diagram, where you have to place the plate, so below your orbit. Then again the plate should be straight. Okay, then the next is nasofrontal area. So at the nasofrontal area, again you have to place the plate. Again you have to take the incision at that area. Then you have to place either y-shaped plate, or you can place x-shaped plate. So these are the different plates, different areas where you have to just place the plate with the different incisions depending upon the site where you have to place the plate. So there are different approaches which you will see in your books, where they will show you the different approaches from where you can take the incision. Okay, now you need not remove the plate. Once you fix the fracture site with the plate, you need not remove the plate. So let it remain inside the patient's body. Okay, so there is only to remove the plate, and after 3 weeks you have to, once the occlusion settles down, you can just remove the arch bars and the ligature wires from the patient's mouth. Okay, now post operatively, what you have to see is you have to prescribe the patient a soft liquid diet. Then the soft diet should be prescribed to the patients, and analgesics are given to the patients. And then even antibiotics are given to the patients as prescribed by the oral surgeons. Now in case of the orbit, if there is a fracture at the orbit side, again you can, and orbit side, then there are the plates, the orbital plates are also there, which as you can see in the diagram, if there is a damage to the orbit, the orbital plates can be also placed inside for the proper construction of the orbit. So such plates are also given to the orbit plates are also placed inside the patient's eye. So that's all about the treatment of LeFor2 fractures.